focus for this segment of A Bit of Addison History is Lake Street, the main road that spans the village of Addison from east to west. Lake Street gets its name from Lake Michigan. It has been an important road through northern Illinois for the past 180 years. In the 1830s, Lake Street was a major stagecoach route linking Chicago to Galena. The Frink, Walker and Company had their depot at Lake and Dearborn. The stagecoach carried both passengers and mail. The coaches departed Chicago at sunrise to take advantage of the daylight and stopped at dusk. In the Addison area, the stage stopped at the Salt Creek House, a local inn. Originally, the Chicago to Galena run took 5 days to complete when stages operated only by daylight. Later, when they ran around the clock, this was reduced to 2 days with stops every 12 to 15 miles to change horses. By 1915, Lake Street in Addison between Villa Avenue and Addison Road had become lined with a mix of private homes and local businesses. The businesses included general stores, saloons, inns, a post office, a bank, and a village hall. The residents of some of Addison's prominent families also dotted the route and included the Webbers, the Buchholz, and the Marquarts. During this time, Lake Street was the main route to the Elgin road races. The races attracted droves of people to Elgin to watch nationally known champions race cars on an 8-mile dirt road track for the Elgin National Watch Company Trophy. Since the road was still unpaved, it had to be sprinkled twice daily during racing season due to the increased traffic. A sprinkler tank house next to the first village hall was used for that purpose. It was not until 1922 that Lake Street was paved. A narrow gauge railroad was built from the Elmhurst Quarry down West Avenue to Lake Street and on to Addison. When the paving was done, the railroad was removed. In 1930, Lake Street was widened to 4 lanes of traffic. According to the Greater Chicago Magazine, quote, Addison's celebrated mile is on Lake Street Superhighway. There is so much to see in Addison Mile that speeding is unknown. Between the 1940s and 1990s, family homes on Lake Street gradually gave way to business concerns and development moved westward. In 1990, it was announced that Lake Street would again be widened, this time from 4 lanes to 6, but this never came to pass. In 1995, the intersection at Lake Street and Villa Avenue was raised 4 feet after decades of recurring flooding caused by Salt Creek. In 2002, the long-awaited widening and improvements of Lake Street finally began. The first section of road east of Addison Road was resurfaced and improved. In 2003, the reconstruction moved west to JFK Drive and included the addition of a center turn lane, upgraded traffic signals, and a water main replacement. In 2005, the village learned that the state had allocated more than $18 million to complete the Lake Street reconstruction from Addison Road to Rawling Roads. According to a contemporaneous statement by State Senator Carol Pankow, Lake Street is a major artery not only to and from Chicago, but through the suburbs. Whatever short-term inconvenience will be far outweighed by its long-term necessity. The actual reconstruction occurred during 2005 and 2006. In 1955, it was also designated by the state of Illinois as the U.S. Grant Memorial Highway. Finally, Lake Street is also known as U.S. Route 20. U.S. Route 20 begins in Boston, Massachusetts and terminates in Newport, Oregon. It is the longest cross-country route in the U.S. at 3,365 miles. The Addison Historical Society and Museum will be presenting a free lecture on this important U.S. highway on Thursday, October 12th. Brian Farr, President, CEO, and founder of the National Historic Route 20 Association, will present U.S. Route 20 across the USA. The program will be held in Addison Village Hall starting at noon. Please plan to bring your lunch for this fascinating talk on the unique history and interesting sites along this historic national highway. You can learn more about the history of Addison by visiting the Addison Historical Museum. The museum is located at 135 West Army Trail Road.